Hello everyone, and welcome to the Comics Ramble. You know who I am. Cab's over there, Mike's over there.
Hello.
All right. So what we're going to talk about this week is, last week Cab you weren't around, but we did talk about Comicsgate a bit and talked about Vox Day went wiling out trying to copyright a hashtag, which was funny, and he got blown out for that. That's hilarious. But so this week, well, because that drama wasn't funny enough, now we got Joe Quesada, who's the creative director of Marvel, wiling out because people got made fun of.
Because your boy Zach.
Because your boy Zach. Yeah. So yeah. He's having a fit because people quote are aligning with diversity in comics. Richard C. Meyer. I think, but let's I'm gonna cut right to the fucking chase here. The reason he's saying anything is because Marvel's losing bucket loads of money, and these people are making buckets load of money. So.
Yeah. What you said earlier is because the quarter or the end of the year, not end of the year, but
quarterly earnings.
Quarterly earnings coming out soon, and that they're gonna have to. They need an excuse to why they're eating shit.
Yeah.
So they can just, we're not terrible at our jobs. We just your boy Zach somehow crushed us. And Ethan Van Sciver is a doo-doo head also.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not looking good for them. Comics have the income has been coming down for years because of their bullshit. Now it's starting to come back to bite them because everyone else is moving on to greener pastures. It turns out that telling people that maybe you should do your own shit instead of staying behind is not good to make money. It's awful.
Yeah, that's kind of the point I'm making with this whole thing. They tell these people, go make your own stuff, right? They go make their own stuff. Those people make money.
Well, here, the thing is, when they tell you go make your own stuff, it's sort of like the facetious, learn to code.
Yeah.
They don't really mean go make your own stuff. What they're saying is fuck off, we don't want you in our shit. But these guys actually took them literally and said, okay, we're going to make our own stuff. All of a sudden, what did Ethan... He added up, it was $1.5 million off of 5 or 6 Kickstarter comics.
Yeah. It's off of Cyberfrog, both Cyberfrogs. I mean, he made almost $100,000 off a variant cover, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, just a fucking cover.
Yeah. In fact, I think if if it reaches 100,000, it'll become a chromium cover. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's literally, they just took their facetious advice seriously, or literally, and then are just blowing. Because how many is Gail Simone making for DC or Marvel?
Not enough to justify her employment, in all honesty.
She's probably costing the money.
Yeah.
She's sort of a big name for some fucking reason. I don't know. Yeah. So she gets premium price for whatever she does.
And here's an example of her just getting offended by something that's just really kind of stupid,
Mm-hmm. Which is everything.
Yeah. This guy on Twitter, and I've seen him. He's been on some streams I've watched, and he's pretty good. He's a good artist and stuff. His name is Donald T. Delay. He wrote it.
I don't know if I heard of him.
Yeah, I'm just telling you about him. So,
okay.
And she quoted his tweet and said, the hashtag "This is Comicsgate," trying to be look at these gross harassers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I prefer them thick, THICC. Right.
And
he goes, Nia Jax, Jessica Milagros, Ashley Graham, my wife. And then he goes, not homeless grandma or annoying auntie thick like Sally Struthers or Gail Simone.
Oh, God.
Basically, he said he don't like somebody who's grossly fat.
Well, who does? Even grossly fat people don't like grossly fat people.
Right? Yeah.
It's universal nature.
I mean, it's all about, I gotta hate it we get in this conversation, but we've talked about how there's two different kinds of fat. There's that good fat where everything's kind of proportioned well,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the fat just became a blob on your body.
You mean the Tess Holiday fat?
Yeah. It's God, I'm so good looking. No, you're not.
Yeah, there's some chicks that are Yeah, there's some chicks that are like, what's it, 200 pounds or whatever for their height, weight kind of distribution. Like, yeah, you still look pretty good. And there's other ones that are like, no, you look like a gremlin.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one likes the gremlins, let's put it that way. But so what is specifically Joe Quesadillas, which is what I'm going to call him because that's funny to me.
Yeah.
What's his specific problem with your boy Zach in EBS?
Well, the thing
Like
with Zach
going on right now.
Well, the thing with Zach, if anybody knows what we're talking about, it's diversity in comics is who we're talking about. The thing with Zach, he's talking about like all the gross harassment he's did to these people, you know. But then he'll say, "I have no problem with his critique, but it's just the way he talk." I'm like, I remember specifically back in the day when Siskel and Ebert were like, you know, the big deal and everything, film review. They would literally say that somebody like God, the guy, who was his name, Chris Farley, right, when he started making movies after his Saturday Night Live run, they specifically would say, this guy is an embarrassment to film acting, and he's fat, and he needs to quit.
Oh, if he had a problem, like, dude, like Gene Shalit, remember that dude back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
That dude was brutal.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like critique kind of. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe Zach did go too far with some, you know, in some things, like
calling people cum dumpsters is like okay. I mean,
yeah,
that's sort of objective. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but
or men with wigs, or you know, it's whatever, you know.
Well, it's.
I know what you're about to say.
I'm not gonna say it.
I know what you're thinking, but we'll leave that there. But yeah,
it's
like,
a bit much.
But the one that he's like really got offended by was the one where he said that he called some of these diversity hires that Marvel has hired purse poodles, and purse poodles, for the term we're using here, is it's kind of, you know how Paris Hilton used to carry around her purse poodle. You know, she had a dog in her, you know, purse.
Yeah, it's just rich white chicks that carry around their stupid dogs as a fashion accessory. Not really, they're not taking care of the dog as a companion.
Right, yeah, it's not
like a necklace.
Yeah, it's like a necklace, or you know, or somebody one point out, oh, look how human I am. I have a dog.
Yeah,
you know, kind of thing. So I expect we'll see Mike Zuckerberg having a dog at some point. So let's see, humans, I also have a dog.
Oh yeah, you just call it Mike. No, you said Mike Zuckerberg. That's Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark, it doesn't matter. He's a robot.
He's a fucking dude from Alpha Centauri. Who cares?
He's got those backwards legs.
He does have backwards legs. That was really weird.
Ugh, they're creepy.
Yeah, that was strange.
Like Quesadilla's hatred for the Asians.
No,
that's Mark Wade, man.
Oh, excuse me.
Mark Wade hates Asians because
Mark Wade hates. Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, so he has a real problem with DNC, but he had apparently, in dealing with the quote problems of these creators, who have said like some, I will say out of the way. I mean, talking about like some people saying, I will kill every cis white person I see with a baseball bat, and stuff like that.
Yeah. What was the one? Something about bashing people's teeth in with a bat at a comics convention, shit like that.
Yeah, that, and you know, of course, you know, Mark Wade talking about, I'm going to find that Richard Meyer guy, and then we're going to have a confrontation, and then, you know, other people saying like, well, maybe we can trigger his PTSD so we have a reason to take him down.
Here's the funny thing, you know? Fucking your boy Zach was a Marine and also in the Army, both combat. Mm-hmm. He would kick Mark Wade's ass.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, let's be real. Mark Wade's like 60 years old now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at pictures. The pictures of Zach when he was on the Comedy Central thing. Yeah, he's not a small boy. I mean, he's a big boy.
No, he just got a goofy ass haircut, but he could probably tangle you pretty good.
Yeah.
So Mark Wade is not going to confront anyone unless he wants to confront the dentist after getting his teeth kicked in later.
Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, about the purse poodle thing, you know, so basically the charge, which was, you know, here or there, in my opinion, it doesn't matter who said it, but it does in this regard, since if you want to play by their rules, that the term was started by a trans person, right? That said that Marvel is hiring these people as their own purse poodles to say, hey, look how diverse we are.
Yeah, it was a minority pointing out. Yeah, it was a minority. Yeah, it was a minority pointing out how bullshit it is to the whole affirmative action. Feel bad for me because I'm a whatever, so you got to hire me kind of thing. He's like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, you know, had no talent whatsoever. Doesn't matter, you know.
Marvel, I mean, DC lesser so because they're not shitting the bed as hard, I would say.
Right. Well, DC, I think DC is Ethan Van Sciver said it best. I think it was this morning actually, that they actually have editorial standards.
Yeah, I think DC they run it more like a corporation.
Yeah.
Instead of like a fucking artist commune at DC or Marvel is what it seems like.
Yeah,
people just wilding out, being stupid as shit all the time.
And see, that was another thing that Joe, talking about. We handle these issues privately. Okay, why do they still keep doing the same thing over and over again?
Yeah, what's up with? Here's the thing: is like not even like threatening to kick people's teeth in and confronting them, and all, whatever. That's gives a shit. Yeah. Here's the thing: what Mark Waid did is that it actually could bring legal liability down on him and Marvel.
Oh yeah,
because of antitrust, anti-competitive kind of bullshit. Because he basically tangled with two independent publishers, telling them basically to knock off what they were doing and cancel your books.
Yeah, he told one. I mean, he told one not to publish this guy who happened to be Zach, and the guy folded. Or I shouldn't say the guy because apparently it was somebody else who folded it for him, and he was unaware of it until after the fact.
Yeah.
And then with Alterna, he basically had a problem with their social media policy, which is don't use block bots, don't use blockchains. If you are experiencing problem from individuals, then block them, kind of thing. But don't use
the bots and shit like that.
Yeah, don't use like block together and all this other bull crap. That's just it's just there to, because basically what he's saying is if you block somebody and their followers, and they might have 500,000 followers, they're with that potential audience.
Yeah, you're not like, there's no way. Like, here's the thing: if politically you can disagree with, like, I'll give an example. Was it Sean Gordon Murphy? He's the guy who's doing the Batman White Knight thing. Mm-hmm. He's I think he's the artist for it. I don't know if he wrote it or not, but it's pretty clear he's not like a Trump supporter, or he's pretty lefty.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. People talk to him like a normal person, and he's like, "Hey, I like your book." It's, "Oh, thanks," and he promotes himself, and he's not like, "Oh, you fucking Trump, MAGA, red hat wearing Nazis."
Yeah.
But he might actually believe all that shit, but he's not saying it on social media to his fucking customers. Which is it's DC, so that makes sense because they run it more like an actual business than. Mm-hmm. Even though they're not making any money either. I mean, but they do a better job running the place. I'll put it that way.
Exactly. It's so silly because, I'm trying to think of a good word to use for the way I look at it is I cannot, like, for example, I use my dad's like plumbing business for example. He cannot say don't call X because they are a bad plumber. Mm-hmm. He would be immediately sued into the ground by said plumber, and then it'd be a good chance that somebody from the FTC would give us a call.
Yeah, they all found out about that shit. They what's up? What's up? What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, even though it's like local bullshit, they would still be like, hey, that's anti-competitive practices, right? You can't do that shit. I mean, the way my dad always puts it, and I think that's what these like comic pros, quote unquote, should learn. There's plenty of work for everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing with like the art world. It's like, sure, there's people struggling and stuff, but you can always even with me, like, I suck at drawing, and I can get people to pay me money to draw like weird furry porn.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not taking anything from your art. I think your art's actually really good. But
wow, what a gay! Don't you marry me now? Shit.
Did you just insult your customer? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, no, fuck you.
Oh, you just busted yourself out. By the way, I just spent $200 on a gay furry drawing for me. It was very tasteful.
Trust me, if I had $200, I wouldn't purchase gay furry. I would at least be something I like.
Straight furry?
Of course.
Okay, that's all right. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like watched Chippendales back in the day. I know.
Hey man, Gadget. She was banging.
Yeah, that like the early WB cartoons probably turned people into furries more than anything else.
Well, that, and I thought I always the origins I always blamed like Robin Hood.
The old Robin Hood, the animated movie.
Yeah. I think that's what really turned people on. It's like, oh dang, Maid Marian.
Animaniacs.
Right, Animaniacs. Yeah,
Remember that Minx bitch?
Oh yeah, Minerva Mink or whatever.
Yeah.
That was. I bet I had a lot of little kids questioning themselves, like,
Y'all need Jesus.
Oh, I agree. They need Jesus. I'm just giving you an example.
You know way too much about this.
Dude, I watched cartoons when I got home from school. What
So you're admitting you're a furry is what's going on right now.
No.
I can't believe we're having a breakthrough right now.
Well,
I'm trying to make fun of Joe Quesada.
I want to point out that Mike is the one that brought it up.
Well, Mike's Canadian, so it's like he's pretty much The weird shit goes on up there.
A lot of weird shit.
He's also Native American, so
yeah, he's a
probably
Canadian
like spirit
ninja.
animals and all that bullshit. Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Let's just keep the stereotypes growing.
Speaking of stereotypes, Joe Quesada.
Oh yeah, jokes.
More like Joe should get demoted back to being a fucking artist and not a guy that he's not a corporate guy at all. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Let's for a second. Let's talk about Joe Quesada. He was also the guy who came up with the brilliant idea to get rid of Peter Parker's marriage because he apparently was going through a divorce.
Yeah, he was the one more day horse shit, which was entirely.
It was so bad.
I remember. Yeah, we recorded that. I don't know. It was a month ago.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel drained thinking about it right now.
Yeah, even thinking about it, you're like, oh man, that was so.
I went through every one of the comics and read all that shit because it wasn't like a super long thing, and it was just like, God damn, what am I doing with my life right now?
Right. It's like, and that was like reading. I mean, the book wasn't that long.
It was only 4 issues.
Only 4 issues worth, and you're like, God, this is terrible.
Yeah, so Joe, dude, even in his tweets, like the way he words stuff is really stupid. So
yeah,
he's clearly not a writer. Mm-hmm. He's a great fucking artist, but that's what he should stick to. Stick to drawing, chicks with boobies and Wolverine with his weird mullet thing, and that's it. Don't fucking Joe. I'm talking to you right now. This is directed to him. Joe, get some help. Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. You're terrible at what you're doing right now. Come on.
I know you got that gift, so you should tweet that in. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking because they're as we're recording right now, they're having a back and forth with Ethan Van Sciver, your boy Zach, and Joe Quesada are all like wilding out on Twitter right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why we're doing the thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, we try to stay with current events in this thing.
And I think Joe Quesada, when the night's over, is gonna have a lot of fucking memes posted at him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've already started.
Well, we did it against Mark Waid. That's same area, but
no, we did Quesada. Remember, say, oh my God.
Oh, the Spider. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Joe Quesada, totally Marvel. And then Mike made the Spidey Penguin, which is adorable. Y'all get a chance to check out Super Nerd Mike and look at his adorable Spidey Penguin.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a cute little boy. He worked long and hard on that. What'd you work about 15, 20 minutes on that?
About 15 minutes.
Yeah. so much hard work.
Yeah. Dude, art takes time. You got to spend 15 minutes on
Which I find funny because some like boomer progressive would they would take like 3 hours to come up with something like that.
Oh yeah, they'll have it in their fucking Microsoft Word.
Yeah, it's like I
cut out every pixel. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just like, It's like, well, that just made us like 5 minutes. And I think we would all agree I'm like the worst when it comes to like making little things like that and like Photoshop or GIMP or whatever, and even I could come up with better shit.
Yeah, you do better than most the fucking boomers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it'd be like fucking awful text all over this fucking thing. Be like, Obama and the boomers have ruined comics for me.
In Comic Sans.
Yeah, in Comic Sans, obviously. Yeah, I used to just a quick aside. I used to you remember the Microsoft Messenger?
Mm-hmm.
I used to change my font to Comic Sans to annoy all my friends.
Yeah, I hated that kind of like in chat rooms and shit like that. My go-to font was Tahoma.
Oh man, that's like it looks all weird.
It doesn't look no, it doesn't look weird. It's not like it's sort of like kind of like Times New Roman, but not as blocky, I guess. I don't know. It's sort of like a mix between Times New Roman and Comic Sans.
Dude, I had one friend who actually did it in Wingdings.
Oh, fuck that guy. I would have just blocked him on everything. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
You had to copy and paste everything he said to fucking.
Yeah, translate. He sound like a fucking Mr. Saturn from Earthbound.
Right. It's just like all these wingdings. Like, goddamn, what time of the wingdings?
Joe Quesada should write in wingding.
It would be a lot more entertaining.
It would be more entertaining and it'd be more coherent.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's forget the fact that we're talking about that one more day that the guy who was writing the story leading up to it was supposed to write that, but he walked out because this is getting stupid.
Oh, what Straczynski?
J. Michael Straczynski. Yeah,
he walked out halfway through that because it was just like, this is terrible. What am I doing?
I mean, he was like he said, I'll do it, but I want to do it this way. He didn't want to do it like the dumb way that Quesada came up with.
Yeah, this is when Quesada probably, I don't think he was where he was now, like in terms of where he is in Marvel, but he was still kind of high up.
I think he was EIC still. I think at that point he was EIC. So, but now, even though he's not EIC, I think basically he's at a higher position than EIC at Marvel.
Yeah, they need to he should just be if they got like an art department, guys, make sure Spider-Man has 5 fingers on his hands and shit like that.
Yeah,
that's where he should be.
Yeah, and make sure the suit looks okay.
Yeah, make sure the continuity, and what they're turning in is dog shit, like fucking Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, don't make Peter Parker like he's got Asperger's without his mask on. If you remember that picture, there's the one he's just like, oh.
Yeah, he looks sort of like when you the googly eyes and you switch positions of the eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sort of what it looks like.
I remember that one now. That was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. That was terrible.
Good.
Or half the Captain Marvel pictures.
Yeah, or anything related to America Chavez.
Yeah. Or Squirrel Girl.
God. Hey, remember when Squirrel Girl was cool?
She was never really cool. She was always a goofy character.
Yeah, but it was still cool goofy. It wasn't like...
she didn't look like a fucking Tumblr reject picture.
Yeah. Because it was like she won... She was undefeated because it was just like she won stupidly, Like,
and also because she probably smells like
but she
piss and no one wants to fight her.
Well, she beat Thanos because, he got attacked by squirrels and he didn't know how to deal with that. Like,
that's pretty surprising. I would be like, if you were a Navy SEAL team and you get attacked by 100 squirrels, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit.
I had to try to train for this. I was trying to fight terrorists and stuff.
not like...
Before it's not going to work against the squirrel.
In fact,
how many people did she beat? I know she beat Dr. Doom. Thanos,
Galactus, I think.
Galactus, fucking
Juggernaut.
Magneto.
Yep.
Juggernaut.
In
Holy
fact,
shit, she's like an omega level fucking mutant, isn't she?
But she, I remember she beat Wolverine because it was kind of what you said. She's that squirrel musk.
Yeah.
It was either Wolverine or Daredevil.
She smells like... Yeah, it was Daredevil. She smells like squirrel piss.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, what does that smell? I can't stand it.
Yeah.
And it was before she went Tumblr Arena. But
if I could do a Squirrel Girl comic, it'd be her fighting Thanos. But in the end, she would steal his helicopter.
Hello, what is this?
Yeah, she'd just be flying around in this little fucking goofy helicopter.
Yeah,
from back in the day. It'd be fun because that's the thing. That's Squirrel Girl. That's it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like a Silver Age hero that's trapped in the modern age.
Yeah. If she wins, but it's like a dumb way to win, but it's still a win kind of thing. But then they made it a gimmick.
Yeah.
And made her ugly for some reason. I'll never figure that out. I was like, seemed at least some, it was like the character was somewhat attractive,
That comes out your inner furry, dude.
God damn it. That's a snoop, Cab.
We're going to change the format of the show to furry talk now, and...
You still gonna come on and talk about
furry webcomics?
Are you gonna still you'll still show up for that though, right? Because
I mean, dude, I've made a couple $100 drawing this shit, so
that's true. Yeah,
I mean, why not? Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I understand. I get it. But
also, I'm a furry.
But no, yeah. So yeah, but I think that we've pretty much said all we can say. I still personally believe the only reason Quesada's saying something now is because Marvel's about to eat shit when it comes to the quarterly reports. And
yeah, and I think a lot of it they're trying to deflect from the shit Mark Waid's pulling.
Yeah, Mark Waid and pretty much like a lot of because they honestly they got no answer for what that Robbie Rodriguez did like sending asshole pictures.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right. I mean, yeah, he doesn't work for Marvel anymore. I don't think he's doing He's doing like stuff for, yeah. He's doing a book for Vertigo, which is DC's imprint, with Zoe Quinn.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll just be knocked out.
It's going to be amazing. You know it is. Because I already tell you exactly what's going to happen. It's going to sell like shit, and then the fans will get blamed for their misogynists.
Yeah, they can't take their cyberpunk women's.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know a lot of people that know about cyberpunk, but one of the most famous character in cyberpunk is Molly from Neuromancer and that series. And she's like an archetype for a lot of cyberpunk characters nowadays. Like when they do like a tough like badass girl, she's the one that they go to. She's got like her nails come out of her fucking fingers. She's got claws, and she has like these like sunglasses visors on her face. Like her eyes have been basically taken out. She can see all kinds of shit. She's dope as hell, but I forget her last name. I don't think she has one. But
Toko or Makoto? The Makoto from Ghost in the Shell?
Oh yeah, Makoto, yeah. Major Kusanagi, yeah.
Yeah, Major Kusanagi. She's fucking badass as all shit. Fucking basically using a repurposed sex doll and kicking ass with it. I mean, how badass can you get?
That's squarely Japanese. I'm gonna say that right now.
It's still cyberpunk Japanese. I mean,
oh no, it's cyberpunk, but the Japanese their twist on it is she's also a sex doll.
Well, I don't think they ever. It wasn't like in fact, in the in Standalone Complex, they explained it. It's her. It's a body custom made for her, so it's not like a.
Well, in the original manga that came out in like the late '80s, like the Japanese version, the first scene is her like in some sort of like weird like virtual reality sex bullshit.
That makes sense.
That's how she make her money, basically.
That makes sense because there was they had a whole storyline in Standalone Complex where they had to bust up some, sex ring kind of thing.
Yeah,
but it was all virtual sex kind of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly they when the thing got translated into America, they took out that beginning scene because she like gets interrupted during it by one of her teammates or something.
Yeah,
and they're looking at her like basically dyking out with some other chick, and they're like what the fuck? I think it's that dude with like the I don't know Ghost in the Shell very much. That dude with like the eyes that are replaced.
Yeah,
the big dude. I forget.
Yeah.
He busts in on her. Yeah. He busts in on her. I think.
Yeah,
it's funny looking thing. I've seen it, but yeah. Anyway, that's the Joe Quesada Wiles Wild Out Hour. And,
yeah. Well, about 20-ish minutes.
Okay. Same thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. If you get a chance, everybody, check us out on Twitter at Grade.5. Check us out on Patreon if you want to give us some money for doing this.
If you want a gay furry picture, check me out at gayfurry.com.
Or was it Soul of Cab now?
No, I'm a completely new person on Twitter. What do you think, Paul?
Oh yeah.
I've never been suspended for no bullshit.
Never been suspended.
Yeah, check it out. It's Soul of Cab at
Is it SOLE?
No, it's Soul. No, it was
SOU.
It was like feet, and I got made fun of for that. But no, it's Soul, like as in your ghost.
Feet of Cab.
That's what Black Chick did. Was he said Soul Brother Cab, Cab's a foot. I'm like, no.
Well, that could be the next one.
It's more like Soul. I think he's the only one.
Yeah. I'm the sole owner of Cab.
I guess you could put it that way, but
yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, check us out on all the things. Like I said, we'll see you next time we do this. Goodbye.